in simple.
Ooh, I love that. I'm going down that one first. What is that? Is it all of them? First off, philosophy is a confession. Philosophy is a confession. Go love somebody that you don't like. Hey, what's good, y'all? Thanks for clicking on the link. WTJ Knowledge Drops back with another reaction video for you. This is a request from a YouTube subscriber. More on that in a second. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. If you are a returning knowledge nomad, I want to thank you for your support. I can't express how grateful I am. Thank you very much, and I hope you're learning to love somebody that you don't like so you can love yourself properly. If you are new, hi, welcome. My name is Wesley Travis Johnson. This is my channel, WTJ Knowledge Drops, where we bridge the gap between science and spirituality and the gap between Eastern and Western culture, spirituality. Okay, like I said, this is a request from a subscriber on YouTube. Thank you very much for the request. Keep them coming in, guys. This one is What Exactly Are the Vedas? And it's by Project Shivoham. Project Shivoham, don't copyright me, bro. We're just all trying to learn and have a little fun. Alright, well, let's get into the video. As always, once it starts, if you back out, your device will explode. So, see you at the end. I love you guys. Have fun. Learn something about yourself, and don't back out or your phone will explode. Alright. What Exactly Are the Vedas? By Project Shivoham. Let's get it.
Vedabhumi, the land of knowledge, that is one of the names of India, and for a very good reason. If we turn the hidden pages of the history, long before the Islamic invasions and the European colonization, India has been one of the very few civilizations which...
That's right. I forget y'all were colonized by the same folks we were. We're kind of kin in that sense. We need to bridge the gap. We're brothers and sisters, and we're all one. But fuck Britain. I'm kidding. Let's go.
has a very advanced education system of that times. I'm not saying this. If we turn back the pages of the history before 1000 AD, that's before Mughal invasions and the European colonization began.
I trust this spirituality or religion more than anything else, because the ancient people didn't have the technology, and they really didn't have shit to do but sit around and think and try to use their brain power. And I'm sure they knew a lot more than we've lost a lot. I mean, look at the pyramids. Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
Travelers from Europe, Persia to China used to travel to India to obtain the knowledge as part of this Vedic culture. If you read the books written by Megasthenes, Alberoni or Hyun-Sang, you'll get to know how.
I'm pretty bummed that I'm not going to be able to complete my spiritual journey unless I take a trip to India, because it's not even remotely in the cards. One, I can't afford it. I'm unemployable. I don't have an income except disability, and half of it gets garnished for child support. So there you have it. I'm going to shut up and stop crying. But I love that y'all's name is tied to knowledge. That's awesome.
Advanced Indian education system at that time was. the knowledge of ancient India. It is one of the most comprehensive and complex education systems in the world. In this short video, we try to compile how the ancient Indian education system looked like. The heritage of the ancient Indian education and value system as we know today has been largely preserved by the inscriptions on the temples, manuscripts, and verbally transmitted from a teacher to a student. These are
I'm probably not going to pause it much anymore. I want to learn, and I have to have full attention, and I don't want to have to think about what I have to say. So I might not be pausing it a lot here. I want to learn.
are the three main sources from which we have been preserving the Vedic education system till today. Now let's see what they are. For ease of understanding, we have put it this way. There are 6 broad categories of Indian scriptures which hold the entire knowledge system. They are Shruti, Smriti, Purana, Itihasam, Agamam, Siddhantam. And they cover a diverse set of fields of education like mathematics, physics, biology, philosophy, astronomy, health sciences, linguistics, and many other branches of science and
That's badass. I am going to go in depth on each one. First time hearing of any of them, so. But I love how it breaks down into different parts of shit that we disregard over here in the West. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, guys.
technology besides the theological concepts. Starting with the first one, Shruti. Shruti is well known as the Vedas, and there are 4 of them. Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharvana Veda. Rig means praise, a form of expressing the gratitude. It explains about the various hymns praising the elements of nature and cosmos. And the second one is Yajurveda. Yajur means worship. It explains about different procedures of worship of the nature and cosmos. And the third one is Samaveda. Sama means song.
I like how it breaks everything down into smaller pieces. That way you get more in-depth learning that way. They can, give you more information on each one if they're each separate, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, guys.
It gives a music-driven canonical format to the other Vedas for ease of recitation. The fourth one is Atharvana Veda. Atharva means stable mind. It sets the rules for a steady state daily life activities that needs to be observed in a Vedic culture. All these 4 Vedas are not just like any other 4 ordinary books. You will not understand a word of it unless you are blessed with a guru who can explain to you what each of these mean, and they are highly interconnected with each other. Further,
I wonder if it's going to work with me learning it from Swami Sarvapriyananda on YouTube. I wonder if that works since I'm learning from a guru.
down, if we look into any of these 4 Vedas, it has 4 fundamental blocks. Aranyaka, Brahmana, Samhita, Upanishad.
There is the Upanishad. That's since I started the spiritual journey on the Hindu quest, I guess you would call it, I've only heard of the Upanishad. So I wonder why I haven't heard of any the other ones. Are they less important? Let's find out.
Supported by 6 external blocks: Siksha, Vyakarana, Chandas, Nirukta, Jyotisha, and Kalpa. We'll keep it very simple, not going into further details. The 4 internal blocks of Aranyaka, Brahmana, Samhita, and Upanishads, they describe the theosophical, philosophical, and physiological anatomy of the cosmos and the nature and the fundamentals of human existence. In simple.
Woo! I love that. I'm going down that one first. What is that? Is it all of them? So all 4 of those describe. Is there any specific order that you're supposed to read them in? Or I guess I should go to the Swami Sarvapriyananda page and go through the Upanishad. I planned. It's on my list. It was a request, so I'm gonna shut up.
Words. It describes Brahman, which means the ultimate and the supreme power of the existence. And the 6 external blocks, Siksha, Vyakarana, Chandas, Nirukta, Jyotisha, and Kalpa, these are called as Vedangas. They complement the knowledge framework of Vedas with different and intricate specializations each.
They're like verbs. That's cool.
As you see here, Siksha is study of phonetics, Vyakarana is study of grammar, Chandas is study of linguistic rhythm and prosody, Nirupta is study of etymology, Jyotisha is study of astronomy, and Kalpa is study of rituals. All these 6 are called as Vedangas. And that's how the 4 Vedas are supported by the 6 Vedangas. And that is not all. Each of the 4 Vedas have 4 Upavedas as an offspring. Ayurveda, the study of life sciences, ascribing to Rig Veda; Gandharva Veda, study of music, art and dance, ascribing to Samaveda; Dhanurveda, study of archery and warfare, ascribing to Yajurveda; and Ardhashastra, study of business administration and political sciences.
They break it down like a motherfucker. I think that's awesome. You're able to learn more because you get more info on each thing when they're separated. I get it, kind of. I'm learning. I need a real live guru. Is there any in the United States? Preferably Austin, Texas. Preferably North Austin, Texas. Okay, I'm gonna shut up.
Ascribing to Atharvana Veda. Now this is the complete picture of what we call today in simple words as Vedas. And one of our prime objectives of this channel, Project Shivoham, is to bring forward this entire knowledge system in a simple format that everybody can understand. We already did a couple of documentaries on Dhanurvedam, Ayurvedam, Samskritum, and a lot more. You can find them on our channel.
Alright, well, I had a good
The next
time.
one is Smriti. Smriti is authored by the sages and saints who mastered Shruti, which is the Vedas, and brought in their experiences and revelations. It is much like a thesis that the sages on different branches of studies like theology, philosophy, science, etc. It completely subserves or ascribes to Shruti, which is the final authority. And there are 18 such Smritis written by different rishis. And they are Atri, Vishnu, Harita, Aushanasi, Angirasa, Yama, Apastambha, Samavarta, Katyayana, Brihaspati, Parashara, Vyasa, Shankha, Likita, Daksha, Gautama, Shatatapa, and Vasishtha.
So is this where you want to start? The Shmuchas? So you learn about the different branches of knowledge. It kind of seems like this would be a starting point. I'll shut up.
Smriti. And the next one is Puranam. In very simple words, Puranam is nothing but a historical document. Often Puranam is mistaken as a mythology, but the fact of the matter is it's a historical document that has a 10-dimensional feature. And the 10 are: the first one is Sarga, history of creation of cosmos. Second one is Visarga, history of creation of the worlds. Third, Vrupti, history of evolution of the life. Fourth, Raksha, history of sustenance of life. Fifth, Amtarani, history of the time scale and how the time used to be measured in the past. Sixth, Vamsha. Seventh, Vamshanucharita. Both explain about the history of the lineage and the history of the dynasties that ruled Bharat since times immemorial. Eighth, Samstha, history of the catastrophes, all the natural calamities that have occurred in the past. Ninth, Hetu, history of the prime causes of those catastrophes. And the last one is Apasarayaha, history of the Supreme Being or the different incarnations of God.
I'm super stoked to dig in deeper on each one of these because I'm very curious on ancient knowledge. So I'm definitely going to go down these lines. Which one do I need to go first? I guess that's my question. Y'all let me know in the comments what route I should go. I got a lot of other requests too. I got to do. I got one with the Baba Ram Das video that was requested. And there was a introductory to the Upanishad from Swami Sarvapriyananda. So I got a few requests, but you guys let me know which one to start with in here. Thank you.
And there are 18 such Puranas, all written by just one Rishi, Sri Vedavyasa. And the 18 are Markandeya Purana, Matsya Purana, Bhagavata, Bhavishya, Brahmanda, Brahma, Brahmavaivarta, Vishnu, Varaha, Vamana, Vayu, Agni, Narada, Padma, Linga, Garuda, Kurma, and Skanda Puranas. The amount of knowledge in these Puranas is just incredible. For instance, Agni Puranam explains about different varieties of martial arts. We did a short documentary on Dhanurvedam, extracting details from Agni Puranam and Dhanurveda Samhita. You can check out on our channel.
Badass.
The next one in line is Itihasa. Itihasa, the word spells as Itihasa, which means this is how it happened. Of all the scriptures, Itihasas are the one which shaped up the ethos of India as we know today.
I love history, guys. I love history. So I will definitely like this one as well.
And there are only two Itihasas, Sri Ramayanam and Mahabharatam. These two scriptures are of the highest order, which defined, directed and drive the human values in India since thousands of years. And Bhagavad Gita, which is the epitome of all the sacred scriptures, is an integral part of the grand epic of Mahabharatam. And the next one is Agamas. Agamas are treatises on theology, epistemology, and also describes the architectural principles of temple construction. Basically, they are the rule books of how a temple needs to be constructed and the rituals in the temple.
The boring ones. Unless you're into architecture, I guess.
Temple needs to be organized. All the
These kind of touch on all of like trades. You know, it's like going to a trade school. Kind of, you pick which trade you want to go through. Am I in the right ballpark at least? I don't know. Probably not.
magnificent grandeur of the Indian temples and the exquisite carvings that we have on the Indian temples. The source code of all that beauty is from Agamas. For instance, Shilpa Shastra, the branch of knowledge which deals with sculpting, is from Agamas. And there are 77 Shakti Agamas, 28 Shiva Agamas, and 108 Vishnu Agamas.
God damn, it gets confusing. Sorry, use God's name in vain while we're learning about her presence. But damn, this branches out like crazy. You know, after the first branch of like 4 or 5, I was like, alright, this is going to be hard to retain. And then it branched off like 20 times, and now it's branching off again almost 100 times. So, yay me, I'm in for a long day. Let me pause this.
So wide and so deep. In the last one we have Siddhantam. Siddhantam means principles, a set of principles in different fields of science and technology. These are the most interesting part of the scriptures. For instance, in astronomy itself we have 18 Siddhantas which talks about different details about planetary motions, geometrical principles, trigonometry, calculus, a lot.
This is right up my alley. I am a self-proclaimed mathematician and theoretical mathematician at that. I am working on the theory of everything, which really isn't even a theory because the hard problem of consciousness isn't even really a hard problem. It's because we're skipping the first step, which is we are all one. What was I talking about here? Oh, this is the astronomy cosmology. I love astrophysics. Shout out Neil deGrasse Tyson. Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. Great book.
More. In this category, we have a huge set of scriptures that are in the fields of science and technology. To name a few, Sushruta Samhita by Rishi Sushruta on surgery and medicine, Aryabhattiyam by Aryabhatta on astrophysics and astronomy, Ardhashastra by Chanakya on commerce and business administration, Panchasiddhanta by Varahamihira on treatise of astronomy, Rasendra Mangalam by Nagarjuna on the science of alchemy, and the list goes on and on. And that is a very brief history about the Vedas and the other scriptures of ancient Indian education system. For ease of understanding, we tried to condense a lot, but it is so wide, deep and complex all at the same time. And the backbone for this entire education system is Samskritum. And if we don't have the competence of Samskritum, all this knowledge system is good for nothing. Let me give you one example and you will understand it. Here is a slokam from Aryabhattiya, written by Aryabhatta. Yes, the same man whom we celebrate that he invented zero. In this slokam, he gave 2 scenarios. The first scenario is 2 bodies moving in opposite directions, and the second scenario is 2 bodies moving in same direction. He says that time elapsed for R and B to pass through or otherwise is equal to the distance by sum of their speeds. And in the other scenario, it is distance by difference of the speeds. In simple words,
I am already lost. Woo, where were my head?
Gave the equation of speed is equal to distance by time. This equation of speed is equal to distance by time is the foundation for kinematics, a branch of physics, which is the heart and soul of everything that moves in this world. This equation is the foundation in the engineering of be it a car or a space shuttle. This equation is a revolutionary discovery. But if we don't know how to read Samskritum, all this is good for nothing. According to the documented history, Galileo Galilei in the year 1638, he published a book called Two New Sciences.
Galileo, Galileo. I think that's what it was. Forgive me. For me. Okay.
In this book, he first gave the formula of speed is equal to distance by time. Now, don't start judging Galileo. All his work is original, and if you read this book, you'll get to know. He did not get inspired from Aryabhatta. But the fact of the matter is, something that was discovered by Aryabhatta in 510 CE had to be rediscovered by Galileo in the year 1638. In these 1000 years, the speed is equal to distance by time equation, which is written in Samskritum, is locked up in Aryabhatiya. 1000 years. Imagine what could have been the impact.
That is amazing, guys. Y'all's history goes so far back, it's insane. I think the only people that can rival you guys are your close neighbors in China. But it makes our history just seem like a blink of an eye. Because it really is. We've only been around 250, 300 years, something like that. 1776. Anyways.
If this was known earlier to the whole world. All we know about Aryabhatta is he invented zero, but he has left us a wealth of information. Well, how many such equations and other scientific concepts are hidden in the Indian scriptures, which are written in Samskritum, waiting to be decoded?
Fun. Something I can work on. Like I'm going to figure something out that people have been trying to figure out for decades. You never know. I'm going to try. It doesn't hurt to try, guys. It never hurts to try. Especially if you're down and out. Beg, it doesn't matter.
Well, I'm not saying that all the great things in this world were invented or discovered by Indians, but all the great things that were done by Indians are not known to the world, and that's why we started Project Shivoham, to bring forward all these kinds of stories.
I love that. I also love that y'all haven't really been involved in any of the chaotic wars. I'm sure y'all have been into wars. I heard him reference something with the Mongols at the beginning. So I'm sure y'all have had y'all's issues. And I do know that you share a tiny border with China and y'all aren't on the best of relations. I know that much. But what kind of wars y'all been in? It's not like us in the West. Us white people, we're fucking crazy. That's all we think about is money and war. Because war, you make money. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. We're almost done here.
And as always, thanks for watching.
Alright, that wraps it up. That was fun. I couldn't retain much. I was talking too goddamn much, but I do know there's probably like 100 plus branches of shit that I need to go down. It was very informative. Project Shivoham, thank you very much. I am a new subscriber. And thank you very much. Don't copyright me. If you made it this far, awesome. Thank you for supporting me. And you saved your device from exploding. Thank you very much. If you're new and you made it this far and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the bell, all notifications, so you can stay in the loop. Never miss a drop. This is WTJ Knowledge Drops. I'm out. I love you guys. Go love somebody that you don't like so you can love yourself properly. See you next time.